manual for whatever garden tractor you're using, and I can't open it up and show you stuff because I think it's copyrighted material. But the John Deere manual goes through the breakdown of the hydrostatic transmission. Some other manuals that go along with the hydrostat in the John Deere 140 is online, and it's free information. And one is the Sundstrand service manual. The hydrostatic transmission that is in the 140, and it's a 15 series type U. And again, you can type in Sundstrand 15 series type U, and you can find this online as a free PDF download. There's also other free PDF downloads. One's the Sauer Danfoss, who bought out Sundstrand, and they have a free PDF download of a service manual. Again, 15 series type U. Then there's a free PDF download, the Sauer Danfoss Series 70 and 15 technical information. And then also, if people just like to read, you can download this, Facts Worth Knowing About Hydraulics. And it's some pretty good information. But along with your service manual for your garden tractor and then the service manual for the hydrostatic transmission, you can pretty much take apart your transmission. One of the big things is what I read is keeping it really clean as you can. Well, to start with, what I did to fix the leak in the check valves. And here is a check valve that hasn't been altered or messed with. I got this one on eBay. Actually, I got a set of two on eBay, and I think they were like $33. So it's not too bad. But my check valves were leaking through the top button here. And what you can do is you can actually grind off this lip that holds this cap on, because I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can rotate this cap. It's seated right in here at the top of this valve, or the bottom, I guess what you'd say. But when you grind it off, it looks something like this. There's the lip that's been ground down, and it's not very pretty. This is the worst check valve. But what you can do is take apart, there's a little plunger in there with a spring and what looks to be like a ball bearing, and the spring goes into the cap. And what it looks like is similar to this. This is the Cub Cadet. I believe it's out of like a 129 or something like that. No, a 1450. And this is an automatic. It doesn't have the button on the top. But this, if you take out this check valve that I just showed you, this is what it looks like when you take it out, or when you take off that cap. And you need to replace that little bitty O-ring right there. And this fella who did it used a 3/16 by 5/16 number 008 O-ring. But I got some of those O-rings, and when I put it on my little plunger thing there, it looked really too big. So what I did is I found an 007 at Napa, and I put that on there. Then you put your stuff back in, you seat your cap, and then I put 3 little tack welds right here. Again, this is the ugliest looking one, because every time I'd flip down my helmet, I'd move, the gun would move, and you can see here where I hit the side there. But it's just little tack welds, like less than, probably about a second there. And also you can buy the replacement O-rings, and then this little Teflon, it's like a Teflon collar. I'm not sure what that is, but To me, it looks like Teflon. It actually feels like it too. But hopefully, that will fix the leak coming out of the top of the check valve. The other thing is you can go to the websites, because I was looking to see who all had tried to fix these same problems. And you can go to mytractorforum.com and keepingitgreen.com. I'm sorry, weekendfreedommachines.com, and you just type in hydrostat repair or hydrostat leak, or something along those lines, and usually you can find quite a few entries. And another thing to get is you're going to have to find out how much this is going to cost. So with being the John Deere, you can basically get almost anything that you need to repair your John Deere 140. I think this is a 73 that I'm working on now. And you can go to keepingitgreen.com, and you can go to John Deere's website, and this is free, a free download that's available. And you go to your John Deere parts, and you type in the model number of what you're looking for, and mine's a 140 with a serial number greater than 30,000. And it gives you an exploded parts view with correct numbers, except for one. And that was a seal, and that was actually the trunnion seal. The correct part number for a John Deere 140, like mine, trunnion seal, is AM3426T. And as you see, the wrong part number was I think it was M33. And didn't find that out till I tried to put that seal in. So it pays to do a lot of research and a lot of reading before you start tearing into this thing. And I guess really I'll take you over to the 140. I haven't got the high guard to put in it yet to test it out to leak, about leaks, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll replace the seal here. This input shaft seal, the drive shaft seal behind here. There's also an O-ring behind the charge pump. I replaced that. I replaced both trunnion seals. There's one on this side, and then there's another one on this side. And the John Deere, the hydrostatic linkage or shift gears on this right hand side. I think on a Cub Cadet, if you find one that has this Sundstrand 15 series, it's on the left hand side here. But I replaced the mating gasket between the front here, right here, and I replaced the gasket where the hydrostat mounts to the differential. And let's see, yeah, new filter. There's the check valve I took out to show y'all. And then there's also a couple of ports on the bottom that look similar to these, but they don't have the button on them. I replaced the O-rings to those. And like I said, I just got to get some more high guard fluid to put in there. And I should be able to start it up and make sure there's no leaks. Again, the best information I can tell you is read everything that you can before you take that thing apart, because I guess total time for working on this thing from the time I took it out of the tractor, put all new bearing or seals, gaskets, and O-rings, and repaired the check valves and put them all back together and got it back in here, took about 8 hours. Now again, I'm no mechanic, so it could take somebody, that's got more mechanicking abilities than I do, much shorter time. So, but that was it. Hopefully I can get this thing out of here and put the seat pan back on it and try to get it running without leaking. That's it.